Hello students, welcome to video on types of inheritance. In this video, we are going to learn what is inheritance and various types of inheritance. Inheritance. It is the main feature of OOP. We have seen that among the various concepts of OOP, inheritance is the main concept or a feature of object-oriented programming. Using inheritance, object of one class can acquire the properties of another class. So whenever we are creating a new class, we can use the properties of existing class by acquiring it. The concept of inheritance provides the idea of reusability. Reusability means you can reuse the properties of existing class into new class, and it is not required to redefine the same properties in new class. The properties of existing class can be easily being combined in the newly created class. So like this, the reusability property allows you to add additional properties to the existing class without modifying it. It is not required to modify the existing class at all. The existing class will remain as it is intact. The properties will be added into the newly created class along with the new properties. This is possible by defining a new class from the existing class. So two classes can be related with each other with the help of inheritance concept. The new class will have the combined properties of existing and new classes. So like this, here the properties of both classes will be combined together. That is, the properties of existing class will be combined with the properties of new class, and these combined properties will be available as a part of new class due to inheritance. Let us see one example. Suppose there is one class known as person, and this person is having three properties. A talk, that is talk, walk, eat, means the person can talk, person can walk, person can eat. So these are the three properties which are available with every type of person. Now there are different types of person. For example, let us say teacher. The teacher is having the four properties, that talk, walk, eat and teach. So out of these four properties, the talk, walk, eat, these are the properties of every person, and the teach property is the special property of teacher only. Another example, salesman. The salesman is having again four properties, talk, walk, eat and sell, out of which first three properties, talk, walk and eat, are the properties of every person, while sell is the special property of salesman. The salesman can sell. Let us see the third example. There is another class known as singer. Here also singer is having four properties, talk, walk, eat and sing, out of which talk, walk and eat, these properties belong to every person, while sing is a special property of singer only. So like this, if you see these properties of three classes, teacher, salesman and singer, you will find that out of four, three properties are repeated, talk, walk and eat. These three properties are redefined in teacher class, sales class, salesman class and singer class. So there is a repetition of these three properties. These three properties already taken from the person class. So the person class is there, which is having these three properties. Instead of redefining these three properties in each three classes, that is teacher class, salesman class and singer class, we can inherit these three properties from already existing class, that is person. So here a person is already existing class having three properties, talk, walk and eat, and these three properties can be reused in teacher class, salesman class and singer class. That is a reusability feature, and this can be easily implemented using inheritance. Let us see how it can be implemented. So here is a person class having three properties: talk, walk, eat. So these are the three actions of a person, every person. Now from this is the existing class. Now from this existing class I am creating three different classes. The class 1 is teacher, and this newly created class is having only one property, that is teach. The teacher can teach. So this is the action of a teacher class. Now here I have avoided to define the walk, talk and eat properties because they are already inherited from the person class. Another class, salesman, here defined with a new property, sell. The salesman can sell. And the class 3, that is a singer, here the new property is sing. The singer can sing. So like this. Now here if you see, the repetition is avoided. The teacher class having property teach, salesman class having property sell, and singer class having property sing. All these three classes, teacher, salesman and singer, are also having the properties talk, walk, eat, which are inherited from the existing class person. So like this, the properties talk, walk, eat of person class are combined with the property teach of teacher class, and these four properties, combined four properties, are the properties of teacher class also. Similarly, the salesman class is having also the combined properties of person and salesman, that is talk, walk, eat from person plus the sell property from salesman class itself. Similarly, the singer class is having again combined four properties, the three properties of person class, that is talk, walk, eat, plus one property, that is sing from the singer class itself. So like this, here there is a reusability. What is reused here? The three properties of person class, talk, walk, eat, these three properties are reused while creating the class teacher, then class salesman and class singer. So instead of redefining these three properties, the three properties of person, that is the existing or old class, can be reused while defining new classes. So this person class, which is existing class, is known as a base class, or it is also known as a super class or a parent class, while these newly created classes are called as derived class or a subclass or child class. So in further studies we'll use these terminologies in different types of inheritance. Let us go for some more definitions. First definition is inheritance. Now with the help of previous example, we can write the definition, that is a mechanism of deriving a new class or classes from an existing class or classes is known as inheritance. In the inheritance there are two types of classes. One is base class. What is base class? Just we have seen the existing class in inheritance is known as base class, and it is also known as superclass or parent class. And second type of class is derived class. The new class created from existing class is known as derived class, and it is also known as a subclass or a child class. So these are the three terms we will come across throughout this unit: inheritance, base class and derived class. Now let us see the types of the types of inheritance. Now these types of inheritance are depending on the number of base classes, number of derived classes and number of levels. Means how many base classes are there, how many derived classes are there, and how many levels are there. According to this, the types of inheritance are there, or the inheritance is classified into 5 types or 5 forms. The first type of inheritance is single inheritance. The second type is multiple inheritance. Third, hierarchical inheritance, fourth multi-level inheritance, and last fifth hybrid inheritance. So these are the 5 types of inheritance. We will see or will learn all these 5 inheritance one by one after this. Let us learn what is single inheritance. A single inheritance means what? Single base class. If one class is derived from a single base class, then this inheritance is known as single inheritance. So in the inheritance, the base class should be 1. If it is a one base class, and from that one base class only one derived class is created, that type of inheritance is known as single inheritance. So you can easily understand with this help of diagram. Let us say this is the base class, and from this base class the new class, that is derived class, is inherited. So this is the example, or you can say the diagram of inheritance, which will explain the concept of inheritance. The second type is multiple inheritance. What is multiple inheritance? Multiple is many. There are multiple base classes. In single inheritance there was a single base class. Now here in the second type is, instead of single base class there are multiple base classes, and from these multiple base classes one class is derived. So if one class is derived from the multiple base classes, then this type of inheritance is known as multiple inheritance. So let us see, this is base class 1, this is base class 2, and like this there will be multiple base classes, and from these multiple base classes a new class is derived, that is a derived class, and like this it will form a multiple inheritance. So like this, in multiple inheritance there are multiple base classes and one derived class. Third type is hierarchical inheritance. What is hierarchical? There is a hierarchy of classes. That is, the properties of one class are inherited into multiple classes. Then it is known as hierarchical inheritance. So base class will be 1. There will be one base class, and from this one base class multiple derived classes are created. And like this, the properties of one base class are inherited into multiple derived classes. Let us see, this is a base class, and from this base class 3 derived classes are created, that is derived class 1, derived class 2, derived class n. So n number of derived classes can be created. So this is nothing but hierarchical inheritance. So the properties of base class are inherited into multiple derived classes. So like this, one base class and many derived classes, that is hierarchical inheritance. Next, that is the type number 4, is multi-level inheritance. Here there are number of levels. In previous 3 types we have seen there was only one level, that is base class, and immediately that there is derived class, and after that there is no further inheritance or further extension. Now here in multi-level inheritance, the inheritance is extended further to multiple levels. So if one class is derived from another class, which is itself is derived from another class, then it is known as multi-level inheritance. So like this, there will be 2 levels, one level between 2 classes and second level between again 2 classes. So let us understand with the help of diagram, it will be more clear. Let us see, there is a base class. From this base class I have derived one more class which is known as intermediate base class, and from this intermediate base class one more class is derived, that is derived class. So like this, if you see this diagram, there are 2 levels. At first level base class and intermediate base class, and second level is of intermediate base class and derived class. So this is nothing but multi-level inheritance, and these levels can be extended further up to any number of levels. Here this diagram indicates 2 levels. Okay, so we can extend further up to n number of levels also. The last type of inheritance is hybrid inheritance. As the name itself indicates, hybrid. Hybrid means it is a mixture of all other inheritances. The combination of hierarchical, multiple and multi-level inheritance is known as hybrid inheritance. So whichever the types we have studied previously, that is hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance, these three types of inheritance are combined together to form a hybrid inheritance. Let us understand with the help of diagram. There is one base class. From this base class, immediate base class 1 is created and immediate base class 2 is created. So now this is forming which type of inheritance? It is hierarchical inheritance. One base class, multiple derived classes. So this is the example of hierarchical inheritance. Now from intermediate base class I am creating, and from intermediate base class 2 I am creating one more class, that is derived class. So now here the intermediate base class 1, intermediate base class 2. So these are the two base classes, and from this I have inherited the new class, that is a derived class. So these three classes is forming which type of inheritance? It is multiple inheritance type. So in this multiple inheritance there are two base classes, that is intermediate base class 1 and intermediate base class 2, and from these two intermediate base classes one derived class is created. So that is multiple inheritance. Now first three classes, that is a base class, that is a blue color class is base class, and two green color classes, these three classes form hierarchical inheritance. And the intermediate base class 1 and 2 and derived class, these three classes form multiple inheritance. Now there are two multi-level inheritances in which there is the base class, then intermediate one, and then derived class. So this is a multi-level inheritance, forming a multi-level inheritance. Similarly, base class, intermediate base class 2 and derived class, these three classes form another multi-level inheritance. So like this there are two paths of multi-level inheritance. One is left side and one is right side. So like this is the combination of hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance, and totally it is called as hybrid inheritance. So to summarize, we have seen the 5 types of inheritance. First is single inheritance, in which there is one base class, one derived class. Second, multiple inheritance, in which there are multiple base classes and one derived class. Third type of inheritance is hierarchical inheritance, in which there is one base class and the properties of one base class are inherited into multiple derived classes. Type number 4 is multi-level inheritance, in which there are multiple levels. Here the base class, then intermediate base class and derived class. So there are 2 levels, and these levels can be extended further. And the last type of inheritance is hybrid inheritance, which is the combination of hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Let us hope you understood the concept of inheritance and various types of inheritance. Thank you for watching this video on types of inheritance. Thank you.